Welcome. This is Grammy Queen, and if you're joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we get excited about love. This is where we ignite that which dwells from within us, that which comes alive, makes us smile. Hence, we say the Crimson Light is life. So, the Crimson Light is our journey where we are exploring dots because we are connecting the dots. Connecting the dots is really that. So, the word that equals 13. 13 derives from the word, or the word that derives from the name God had given to Moses on in the scriptures of the Holy Bible, where he says, I am that I am. So we have had explorations of people saying that that was really like, I made mention of Donald Walsh. He said, well, it was a comma where God says, I am that. And for emphasis, or just sealing that together, is that I am. I believe that, that, and I'm now becoming conscious, or even more conscious when I say the words I believe, because I believe that, meaning I is 9, believe is double 3, 33, 9 and 6 is 15, 1 and 5 is 6. So I am taking in my whole um, man number now. I believe that, and then I am adding that 6 with the numerical value of 13, and that would be 10. So when I say that I believe that, I am at a new place in a sense of the number 10. So I believe that. So I is 9 plus 6, believe is double 3. That is 13, so that is 4. So we are adding 10 and 9, 19. So we are consciously using these words here now. I believe that. So we are dealing with one to that. We are taking in every part of our being here into this equation. Now, this is why perhaps it's very difficult that when you believe something, it's very difficult to deviate from that which you believe, because it has put its claws in every part of your being, so to speak. So I believe that the word that, like other teachers of metaphysics have, on the subject has said, it could be, you could feel that word with anything. It's like, I believe health or whatever. I believe love. I believe whatever it is. That could be, perhaps you could feel anything for that third, that middle word. And we see, of course, as I have said before, the word I, or the name of God here, I am that I am, constitute of 5 words, including the subword I, and the middle one is the third one, that is that. Of course, we see the third one is number 3, that comes into number 3 here is that C. It has that curve, it's that luck column, it's that victory column, it's that on Revelation. So it stands firm in the middle of Eve actually. It stands so it's that 3 that is already giving that victorious element, if you like. So it's that luck. But it takes us back. It's as if saying that that middle word constitutes a sack. This is what I am getting here. That middle word that is 1, 2, 3 here. From the sacrifice column, it is a sack. Not only that it is a sack, but it also has a vibration with it, that from the word revelation, it revs. We can say rev. No wonder we have the term. We could put it as reverence. We could put it as a reverend So we could see how that, and also it comes to watt, W-A-T. Now, the word wattage actually from electricity comes to mind as well, like watts, and that comes to mind too, meaning that can come on um, different levels of wattage. And that's what happens in that B. That is all that those things happen. Then we have INT, for intuition, and that it also, well, the I, it's missing that other thing here which looks like TNT, and that would be really explosive as well. Of course it could be TNT because, well, if there is I, there is also T. Of course, it. We could see all those things are happening. So in this block of three, which is 369, it does really offer a lot, and it does really seem like to offer an explanation why, or an explanation of the effects of what happens in our early stage of development. It's like so much is happening here in this stage that we don't consciously take into account, our early stages of or our early experiences, because we are told that our early experiences, and we know that they have very profound effect on us, and that really forms the foundation of how our life gets shaped as we go along. And oftentimes, when we get the understanding that it has not really taken a desirable shape, we feeling obliged to revisit this area, revisit the jazz that we performed in that W, because as in water, we were performing a W in that jazz section. Whoever was feeding us, was guiding us, or providing us with those meals that we were eating, or dance, or whatever it was that we were participating in that jazz, JAS. If you're new to this, it's at number one. We are performing all our jazz in our early stages. This is the serpent, if you like, in the Garden of Eden. This is the serpent that said, "You shall not surely die." Of course, we move on and we are trying to make sense of why or what that means. We move on. We get our sense of orientation. Before we even get there, we are thinking, okay, perhaps we have been lucky, or we observe other people around us and we see some people are very happy and some people are very sad, or some people do the same things or activities that we have done and they are damaged by it, whereas we, on the other hand, are feeling, well, we are lucky. We've been lucky to be alive, and we are saying, well, now we are questioning. We are questioning what? But never mind, the H is missing there because the H is waiting for us to open our third eye. H equals 8. So there we are with that what. Just like children would say, what happened? This is what we begin to say, what happened here? What is happening? And we go into that developmental stage of that curious mind, trying to work out, well, what happened? We are going through that developmental stage. We want to know what is in the north, south, east, and west. We are really wanting to make sense. We are asking questions, perhaps to the wrong people or in different situations, but we are in this section. We are there moving into another developmental stage. When we add all these 1, 2, 3, 4 together, that equals 10. This 10 is offering us like the polarities. We are being able to identify the polarities in this stage. Of course, that polarities is requiring from the sacrifice column, this representing 9 as well, because 9 and 10, 9 is really 10, but it's the one here, like I've done this several times. So this is 10 and this is 9. But it's really that the two are having a relationship, a closer relationship here, ready to birth a newness here. It's that newness, it's that objective view that is being taken place here. Okay, so that also is what constitute heaven, spirit, and man, equaling 10. And of course, at that stage, we are making a decision because 10 is presenting us the opportunity to make a decision. There we are going, focusing on 1. We are focusing on that. Of course, we focus on that because usually we have that one that looks like the authoritative figure, our parents or our guidance, the person who is taller than us, the person who is in authority, the teacher, the school, the social structures in place. So we are looking at up to that one. Okay, so back to this, we are now, of course, making decisions in that newness with eye open. It's offering us to open our eye. We get to understand we are 6. We are the number of love. God made us on the 6th day. And we go on like this till we get into Fox City because we have accepted the new position. We get into the Fox City. And here with Fox City, there's a face here, the F for the face, we could say. Then we are looking at things from different faces, we could say, or different phases as well, because that's what you have to do when you're a fox. Look at things from different phases. Phases are the same thing. Okay, and from that, it offers us the opportunity to go on our gypsy journey, which is 7. On our gypsy journey, we are at a position where we are